Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mario Edwards Jr., son of former Cowboy Mario Edwards Sr., they're on the stop. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Prescott now from the 50. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The man whose father was a Cowboy, Mario Edwards Jr., able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Cowboys pick it up, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's a close game here early on, and we're back to Oakland after this. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Again to Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Prescott from the gun, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Lynch. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. And he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Lynch found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Cooper's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
second down. Here's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, get set. Blue 80. Listen, hot. Listen, hot.
On 1st down, Carr. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Giorgio Tavecchio now for the Raider field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the 2nd half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run again with Lynch. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Get down!
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Carr gives to Marshawn, and now running right through it. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And he slides to avoid the hit. to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Get set. Blue 80.
On the give, this is Lynch. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Skirts by him at the 35. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Prescott. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head.
Still
you know it just
down.
has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Prescott now on 2nd down. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. Busts through the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Now, waiting.
to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Listen, hold.
To throw on third down. Carr. And Cook has it, left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott trying to lay one up deep. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Cole Beasley the intended target, and it's third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw, and down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Dances by him. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt. 3 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lynch, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
Automatic
It's an
first
absolute
down.
killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Lynch. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Lynch. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw his Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. It's a pretty simple formula, Charles. A field goal, all you need, that wins you the game.
And the most confident guys going out on the field to direct their teams, they've probably already talked to their kicker before they went out and let him know, don't worry, you've got a chance to be a hero in this one. I'll set you up, you just knock it through the post. His plan, get the team downfield and get them into position. They've gone over it many times in practice. That's how he's going to approach it.
And now on the sideline, everyone stay away from the kicker. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at
Automatic
all. And
first
now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Swaim, 35 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet.
Down! 180! That's up!
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Oakland.